when I divide by x plus 1, I get a remainder of 3. Okay, so it says find the value of k. Well, if I want to do that, then what I can say is, well, if I plug in x's -1 into this expression, I get a remainder or equal to 3. That gives me an equation with only one variable. So I can actually solve this. So I'm going to say that p of -1 is equal to the remainder 3. And p of -1 looks like this: -1 cubed plus 5 times -1 squared plus k times -1 plus 5. There's an equation right here. There's only one variable k. I can just go ahead and solve it. So working this out, I get -1 plus 5 minus k plus 5. Okay, so this ends up being positive 9. I'm going to subtract 8 from this side, subtract 8 from this side, and I end up with -5 equals -k. K is equal to 5. Okay, so then I end up being able to solve for that unknown by being able to plug in an ordered pair of -1, +3 into this expression. So this next problem is essentially the same, except now we have two variables, j and k, which means then that I need to come up with two relationships. Well, I have one relationship here with this divisor and a remainder, and I have another relationship with this divisor and this remainder. That means I can set up a system of equations. So this is what my system of equations looks like. P of -1 equals -3. There's my remainder. And it's going to be when I substitute -1 into this expression. Just make sure that you see j. Okay, j of -1 cubed plus 2 times -1 squared plus kx. Okay, k times -1 plus 1. That's one equation. I'm just going to simplify this. So I end up with 1 minus j plus 2 minus k plus 1. I'm going to move the j and k onto this side, so I get j plus k. And on this side, I'm going to have 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4, plus the 3 is 7. So there's one equation. So that's equation 1. So I need to generate one more equation to be able to solve this system of equations. So when I divide by -x minus 3, so if I plug in 3 to generate the 0, I'm going to get a remainder of 169 from the remainder theorem. And then I can just plug in my 3. 3 to the power of 4 plus j times 3 cubed plus 2 times 3 squared plus k times 3 plus 1. Simplify this. I'm going to end up with 169 is equal to 3 to the power of 4 is 81 plus 24j plus 18 plus 3k plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to add all this. This ends up being equal to 100 on the right hand side. 81 plus 18 plus 1 is 100. So I'm going to subtract 100 from both sides. So I end up with 69 is equal to 27j plus 3k. There's a common factor of 3, so I might as well simplify that. So I get 9j plus k is equal to 23 is equal to 9j plus k. So there's my second equation. So now I can do my system. So there's equation 2, and equation 1 will be j plus k equals 7. Add those together. The k's cancel out. Okay, so I end up with j plus 23 is equal to 9j plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, subtract 1j from both sides. So j equals 2, and then k is equal to, looks like k is equal to 5. Okay, so there's my polynomial. I end up with x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5x plus 1. Okay, so there's my final polynomial.